Yes, we
Ready?
are ready, Mom.
Okay, let's start.
Sister, PPT-nya. Oke, thank you, Miss. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Yes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Dr. Feni Eka Mediasari SPD Home, as our lecturer in Digital Literacies and ICT in ALT. First of all, let us thank Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His blessing and mercy, so we can be here today in good condition. Well, we are from group 4, consists of 3 people, namely myself is Hasanah as the moderator, and my partner is Miss Esther Suryani Banjarnahor, and the third one is Miss Rahayu Erlina. Today, we are going to present about communicative language teaching and will be demonstrate teaching practice this material in the classroom. We hope this presentation will be useful and interesting for all of us. So, let's start our presentation. Okay, the first slide is about table of content. In this presentation, the materials will be explained divided 10 parts. The first is what is CLT, the second is goals of CLT, and the third how students learn, and the 5 traditional versus CLT, and the 5 classroom activities, and the 6 rule in CLT, and the 7 K principles, and the 8 CLT approaches, and the 9 conclusion, and the last practice teaching and Q&A season. Next, please. Okay, so now I will be explain about what is CLT. CLT as an approach to teaching language. Communicative language teaching is an approach to language teaching that emphasizes the importance of using language for real communication. It is not only about learning rules, but about learning how to use the language in real life situation. In CLT, students are encouraged to actively participate in activities such as discussion, role play, problem-solving tests, and group work. The teacher role is not only to explain, but also to facilitate communication and create meaningful learning experiences. This makes the classroom more interactive and student-centered. And the second point is focus on communicative competence. CLT focuses on developing communicative competence, which means the ability to use language effectively and appropriately in different situations. And the last is not only grammar but meaning and use. In CLT, learning is not focused only on grammar rules but also on meaning and language use. The main goal is to make sure that students can express their ideas and understand others. Some important principles. First, fluency is often priorities over accuracy, especially in early communication. And the second, mistakes are acceptable as long as the message is understood. And the third, activities focus on real communication, not just memorize. For example, student might giving opinion about a story, share personal experience, and discuss problem and find solution together. Okay, there are 4 goals in CLT. The first is use language for different purposes. One of the main goals of CLT is to help students use language for various of real-life purposes. Language is not only used to answer questions in the class, but also to perform different communicative functions such as giving opinion, asking for information, making requests, expressing feeling, and giving suggestion or advice. In this way, students learn that language is a tool for interaction, not just subject to study. They become more flexible when using English depending on what they want to communicate. And the second goal is use language appropriately formal or informal. CLT also aims to develop student ability to use language appropriately based on the context. This means students should understand the difference between formal language, for example, speaking to teacher, in presentation or official situation, and informal language, for example, talking to friends or in casual conversation. Okay, the third one is understand different text type. Another important goal is helping students understand and use different text type, both spoken and written. They might include narrative text, that is story, descriptive text, describing people or place, recount text, telling past experiences, dialogue and conversation, and functional texts that are announcement, message, and etc. Okay, the last goal of CLT is maintain communication. CLT emphasizes the ability to maintain communication. Even when students face difficulties, this means students should be able to keep a conversation going by using communication strategies such as asking for clarification, repeating of or repressing ideas, using gesture or body language, and using simple words when they don't know the exact vocabulary. The goal is not to be perfect, but to keep the interaction active and meaningful. This helps students become more confident and less afraid of making mistakes. The next slide. Okay. To how students learn will be explained by Miss Esther. Please, time is yours.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Miss Anna. Good morning, Miss Fanny and my friends. Now let's move on to how student learns in communicative language teaching. As we can see on this slide, student learn through interaction and collaboration. This means they don't just listen to the teacher, but they actively communicate with others. For example, students can work in pairs to practice a dialogue like ordering food in a restaurant. One student becomes the customer and the others becomes the waiter. From this activity, the student learn by discussing, asking questions, and sharing ideas with their friends. Another important point is negotiating meaning. This means when students don't understand something, they try to clarify, ask again, or rephrase. For example, if one student says something unclear, another student can ask, sorry, what do you mean? Or can you repeat that? Or they may try to explain again using different words until their friend understand and also student learn from their mistakes. For example, if a student say she go to school yesterday, the teacher or friend can help correct it into she went to school yesterday. So mistakes are not something to be afraid, but they help students learn and improve their English. Okay, the next slide. Okay, the next slide, let's compare the traditional with CLT. In traditional teaching, the focus is mainly on grammar, memorization, and teacher-centered learning. So the teacher talks more and students mostly listen. In the other hand, CLT focuses on communication and interaction. Students are more active and the class becomes student-centered. This means students are encouraged to speak, share opinion, and use language in real situations. Okay, the next slide about the classroom activities. Look at the classroom activities in CLT. There are several activities such as role play, group discussion, information gap, problem solving, and pair work. Sorry. For example, in a role play, student can act as a customer and a shopkeeper. One student can say, "I would like to buy this," and the other respond as the seller. This helps them practice real-life communication in a fun way. In group discussion, students can share their opinion about a topic, for example, their favorite place or their future plan. So they can practice speaking while exchanging idea with their friends. And then in information gap activity, students have different information and they need to communicate to complete the task. For example, one student has a schedule and the other has missing information. They need to ask and answer questions to complete it. In problem solving activity, students work together to find a solution. For example, they can discuss and decide the best class for a class trip. And in pair work, student practice speaking with their partner, so everyone has more chance to talk. All these activities make learning more meaningful, interactive, and engaging for the student. Okay, the next slide about roles in CLT. As we can see in this slide, there are two main roles, the teacher and the student. First, the teacher acts as a facilitator and a guide. This means the teacher does not dominate the class, but support and help students during the learning process. On the other hand, students play an important role as activity learners. They are not just listening, but they actively participate in the learning process. They ask questions, share ideas, and communicate with others. Students also become collaborative participants. This means they work together with their classmates, for example, a pair work or group discussion. In CLT, both teacher and student have important roles to make the learning process effective and meaningful. Okay, that's all from me. Next, I would like to invite Miss Ayu to continue uh, the slide. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Esther. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Good morning for our lecture, Dr. Eka, Dr. Feni Meidasari, Dr. Feni Eka Meidasari. Good morning, everyone. In this time, I want to explain about the key principles of communicative language teaching or CLT. Communicative language teaching or CLT is an approach to language instruction that emphasizes interaction and the practical use of language in real-life situations. It is based on several key principles that aim to enhance language proficiency through engaging and meaningful activities. Below, we explore these principles in detail. The first one is real communication. Real communication is at the heart of CLT. This principle emphasizes the importance of using language as it is used in everyday life. In CLT, the focus is on enable learners to communicate effectively and appropriately in various contexts. This involves encouraging spontaneous and authentic use of language, creating classroom activities that mimic real-life communication scenarios, fostering an environment where students feel comfortable experimenting with language. The second one from the key principles is key principles of communicative language teaching is meaningful tasks. Meaningful tasks are designed to engage learners in activities that have a clear purpose and relevance to their lives. These tasks are intended to be intrinsically motivating and help students see the practical value of what they are learning. Examples include role-playing situations like ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions. Problem-solving activities that require negotiation and collaboration. Projects related to students' personal interests or future career goals. The third is integration of skills. The integration of skills principle recognizes that language skill should not be taught in isolation. Instead, reading, writing, listening, and speaking are interwoven throughout the learning process. This approach helps learners develop a more holistic understanding of the language. Key strategies include using multimedia resources to combine listening and reading activities, encouraging discussions that require both speaking and listening skills, assigning writing tasks that are based on reading or listening comprehension exercises. Number 4 is balance between fluency and accuracy. Achieving a balance between fluency and accuracy is essential in CLT. Fluency refers to the ability to communicate ideas smoothly and without hesitation. While accuracy involves correct language use, including grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. CLT promotes activities that allow for free expression and fluency development, such as debates and storytelling. Focused exercise that target specific language structures to enhance accuracy. Feedback that guides learners in refining both fluency and correctness. The last one is context-based learning. Context-based learning is about understanding and using language within appropriate settings. This principle ensures that language instructor is relevant and applicable to real-world situations. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, and then I want to explain about the communicative language. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to explain about the communicative language teaching or CLT approaches. Communicative language teaching, CLT, is a popular approach in language education that emphasizes interaction as the primary means of learning and teaching. It focuses on enabling learners to communicate effectively and fluently in real-life situations. Within CLT, several approaches have been developed, each with unique characteristics and teaching strategies. Here, we will explore three prominent CLT approaches: task-based learning, content-based learning, and text-based instruction. The first one is task-based learning, or TBL. Task-based learning is an approach that centers around the completion of meaningful tasks. These tasks are activities that require learners to use the target language communicatively to achieve a specific outcome. Key features is focus on meaning. Tasks are designed to be meaningful and relevant to the learner's real-life experience and interests. Use of authentic language. Learners engage with authentic language materials and scenarios to enhance their communicative competence. Task cycle. The TBL framework typically involves a pre-task, task, and post-task phase, encouraging students to plan, reflect, and implement strategies simultaneously. The second one is content-based learning, or CBL. Content-based learning integrates language instruction with content from other subject areas. The goal is to enhance language proficiency while simultaneously imparting knowledge about a specific topic. Key features is subject integration. Example, language lessons are intertwined with academic content such as science, history, or math. Language as a medium. Language is used as a medium to learn and discuss subject matter, not just as a subject to be learned. Dual focus. There is a dual focus on language development and content mastery. And the last one from the CLT approaches is text-based instruction, or TBI. Text-based instruction, also known as genre-based teaching, focuses on the use of text to teach language. It aims to improve learners' ability to understand and produce various written and spoken texts. Key features is text analysis. Learners analyze the structure, purpose, and features of different text genres. Contextual learning emphasizes the context in which texts are used, promoting understanding of language in various social and cultural settings. Text production encourages students to produce texts that adhere to specific genre conventions. In summary, communicative language teaching fosters an engaging and practical approach to language learning. By focusing on real communication, meaningful tasks, the integration of skills, a balance between fluency and accuracy, and context-based learning, CLT aims to equip learners with the tools they need for effective and confident communication in variety of settings. Okay, we will continue to our conclusion. The first one is CLT emphasizes the ability to communicate meaningfully rather than just mastering grammar rules. The approach encourages active student participation through interaction, discussion, and collaboration. Language is taught using real-life situations so learners can apply their skills in authentic communicate. CLT integrates speaking, listening, reading, and writing to develop overall communicative competence. The teacher acts as a facilitator who guides and supports students in using language effectively. And the last one is materials such as video, conversation, and digital tools are used to make learning more engaging and meaningful. That's for me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you to the speakers for the explain of the presentation. So now we will demonstrate the teaching practice, and I the first. Wait. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, student.
Morning, Miss.
Yes, I hope all of you are in good condition and ready to learn. Before we begin the lesson, let's say Al-Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, I would like to ask you a few questions. Do you enjoy listening to or watching stories?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. What kinds of story do you usually like?
I like Maling Kundang story, Miss. Maling Kundang story.
Malin Kundang story. And the others?
Keong Mas, Miss.
Okay.
Like
Miss
Cinderella
Miss
story, Miss.
Cinderella story. Okay, Malin Kundang, Cinderella story those are example of narrative text. So today we are going to learn about narrative text, that learning narrative text through video. In this lesson, you will watch a short story video, understand its content, and express your opinion about the story. Before we learn about narrative text, I will be show you the learning objective of this lesson today. The first, you are expected to be able to identify the elements of narrative text. And the second, communicate your ideas confidently in English. Okay, next. Now, I would like to explain what is narrative text. Narrative text is a type of text that tells a story of series of events to entertain the readers or listeners. It usually involves character, setting, and a problem that needs to be solved and often contain a moral value. And the next, there are three elements of narrative text. The first, characters. It means the people, animals, or pets who take part in the story. Okay, Miss Esther, what is the character in Maling Kundang stories?
The the character of the Malin Kundang. The first is Malin Kundang, and then the
Yes.
second one is Malin's mother,
Okay.
Malin's wife, and the crew,
Okay.
Miss.
Okay. Very good. And then Miss Ayu, what the characters of the Cinderella stories?
Uh, there are any Cinderella, stepmother,
Yes. Okay.
stepsister,
Stepsister. And then
fairy godmother,
yes.
prince and king.
Prince and King. Okay, good jobs. Okay, next, the next element is setting. Setting is where and when the story take place. Okay, where and when the story take place in Malin Kundang story. Please, Miss Esther.
Okay, Miss. The place, coastal village in West Sumatra, Indonesia, and then the
Okay, good.
sea during
Yes.
Malin's journey, and the
Mm,
harbor when Malin's return. And then the timing is long time ago in the past
okay.
when Malin was young until he became an adult and successful.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss Esther. Okay, now, Miss Ayu, where and when the story take place in Cinderella story?
Cinderella's house, the palace during the ball, the
Okay,
kingdom where the prince lives, the kingdom.
okay, okay, very good. Thank you, the answer. The third element is plot. Plot is the series of events that make up the story, including the problem and resolutions. Okay, what did problem did character face in the Malin Kundang story? Please answer, Miss Esther.
Okay, the problem after becoming rich, Maling feel ashamed for his poor mother, and then when his mother approached him, he
Yes.
denies and rejects her in front of
Okay.
others, and then this
Mm,
creates a serious conflict between Malin and his mother. He
okay.
forgets his root and disrespects his mother. I think that's all, Miss.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Good jobs. Okay, Miss Ayu, what did problem did character face in the Cinderella story?
The main problem is Cinderella's unfair and cruel treatment is she is treated like a servant by her stepmother and stepsisters. The second one is she is not allowed to go to the royal ball, even though she wants to. And she lives in sadness
Yes.
and has no freedom.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the answer, Miss Ayu. Okay, I think you are understand this element of narrative text. And next, I will show you a short video. Watch the video carefully and pay attention. While watching, try to understand the story, especially the main characters, the story of problems, how the story ends, and the moral value. Do you understand for the direction?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Are you ready now?
Ready, Miss?
Okay. Now, please pay attention to the screen. Let's watch the video.
The Fisherman and the Golden Fish. Banju was a fisherman. He lived with his wife Vanita in a little hut near the sea. He went down to the sea every day to catch fish. One day, he got a big catch. He saw a big golden fish in the net. He took the fish out of his net. "Oh, fisherman, please let me go."
Oh no, I can't believe it. The fish is talking to me. How can I let you go? I don't have any other catch.
"I will give you a gold coin." You can buy food for you and your wife.
Thank you. You are a kind fish.
Thank you, O fisherman. You are very kind. I will grant you 2 wishes. You can ask my favor anytime. The golden fish went back to the sea. Banju went to the market.
Things for you with that coin. It.
And other things with that gold coin. He went home and gave the bag to his wife Vanita. She was surprised to see the big bag. Did you get a big catch?
I got a golden fish in the net. She was a magic fish. She gave me 1 gold coin.
Where is the coin?
I bought things for you with that coin.
Banju told his wife about the wish. Banita was a lazy woman. She did not like to work. She scolded Banju for allowing the fish to go. Go back to the sea and ask the fish to grant you a wish. I want a big house with a garden. Banju went back to the sea. He called out to the golden fish.
Oh, kind golden fish, please grant me a wish.
The fish popped up its head out of the blue sea. What is your wish?
I want a big house with a garden for my wife.
Your wish is granted.
Thank you, dear fish.
Banju went back home. He saw a big house with a garden. Vanita was very happy. But she was a greedy woman. After a few days, she ordered her husband to go back to the fish. She wanted to be a queen. Banju went back to the sea. He called out to the golden fish.
Oh, kind golden fish, please grant me a wish.
The fish appeared from the big waves. What is your wish?
My wife wants to be a queen.
Your wish is granted. When Banju returned home, he saw a big castle with a big, beautiful garden. He saw his wife sitting on a throne made of gold and diamonds. She had a crown on her head. But it is rightly said that there is no end to one's greed. Vanita was not satisfied. Now she wanted the golden fish to be her slave. She asked Banju to go to the sea again.
What do you want now? We have everything. We have enough money to lead a happy life.
Go and get the golden fish. I want her to be my slave. As soon as she spoke these words, there was a storm in the sea. It took away everything. When the storm calmed down, the husband and wife saw themselves in their little hut.
Alright, thank you for watching. Now, let us discussion to the story together. The first question, who is the main characters of the story?
Yes, Miss. I think the main character of the story is Fanju as a poor fisherman, and then
Yes.
Vanita is a fisherman wife and the golden fish.
Okay, good. There are three main characters in the story. The first is Fanju as first man, and Vanita is first her man wife, and the third golden fish. Okay, very good. Next to the second questions. What problem did character face? Miss Ayu, can you answer these questions?
The fisherman faced a problem because his wife was very greedy, seeking
Okay.
for more
Yes.
pieces from the golden fish, which caused trouble.
Okay, very good. The problem that the character face is because his wife was very greedy atau tamak ya. So, istrinya Vanita ini. Okay, next. The third questions. How did the story end?
Yes, Miss. I try to
Okay, Miss Esther.
answer. Yeah, in the
Yes.
end, the golden fish took back
Hmm.
all the fish because of the wife greed. The fisherman and
Yes.
his wife returned to their own poor life. I
Okay,
think
very
that's
good. Miss Esther, you are very smart student. Okay, next, the last question is, what is the moral value in the story? Miss Ayu, please answer these questions.
The moral value of the story is that greed
Yes.
can lead to loss. We
Hmm.
should be grateful for what we have and not be too greedy.
Okay, thank you for the answer. So, the moral value in the story is not greedy, yeah. That greed can lead to loss. We should be grateful for what we have and not be too greedy. Okay, I think enough for this lesson. To conclude today's lesson, we have learned about narrative text, including its purpose, elements, and moral value. You have also practiced expressing your opinions about the story. Thank you for your participation. I hope this lesson helped you become more confident and speaking English. See you in the next meeting. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
okay. Next, I will to practice using genuinely. I will share the genuinely first. Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah. Okay. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay. Before we start, I want to ask something. Have you ever been lost in a place? Who can answer me? Have you
Are
ever
you?
been? Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, where were you lost, Miss Anna?
Okay, I was lost in a mall, miss.
Oh, what did you do?
I asked someone for help, miss.
Okay, good. So when you are lost, you need to ask for direction, and sometimes you can also help others by giving direction. Now look at the screen, student. Today we are going to do something fun. You are not student. Today you are the survivor. Look at you are lost on blank blank blank. Where is this? You lost on a
Desert Island.
Okay. Are you ready for the challenge?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, ready. Now, let's read the mission. Okay, read together ya. 1, 2, 3. Your,
Your
Journey
ya,
here.
begin
Complete
with
the
begin
mission and find your way out.
away. Okay, you must complete the mission. Good job. Look at, you must complete 5 missions. The first one is definition, asking direction, giving direction, and then you will role play, and the last one feedback and closing. Okay, we start with the first mission. What do you think direction means? Who can answer me? What do you think direction means? Miss Anna can answer me?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think direction means?
Petunjuk arah, Miss.
Oh yeah, good. Direction
Yes,
means
petunjuk
petunjuk
arah.
arah. Yeah, in bahasa that petunjuk arah. But it means how we tell someone where to go. Okay, direction means how we tell someone where to go. Now, please answer this one. What does direction mean? A. Place to eat. B. A kind of food. C. How we tell someone where to go. Or D. A school subject. Who can
I
answer this
think
one?
Okay, I think C. How we tell someone where to go.
Okay, let's check together. Is it correct or no? Okay, good job. Your answer is correct. And then you got a reward. The reward is about the food and cooking utensil. Now we continue the second mission. We already know about the definition. We will continue about asking direction. Okay, asking direction. So when we are lost or we want to find a place, we can use this expression to ask for direction. Okay, everyone, look at this direction, asking direction. Please read together. 1, 2, 3. How do I?
How do
I get
I
the
get
library.
to the library?
Okay, the second one. Where
This
is?
post office.
Where is the nearest post office?
Okay, can you tell me?
The
Can
way
you
Can
to
tell
the
you
me?
tell me
me
the
the
way
way
to
to the
the
big
big
hotel.
hotel?
Okay, are we on the right?
Are we on the right
On the
road
right
to
road to
London?
London.
Okay, good job. We use this expression when we don't know a place or when we are lost. Okay, now I have a question for you. Look at this one. I have a picture in here. Picture A, the first picture. How do I have supermarket? Picture number 2, how do I get to the zoo? Which one is the correct expression for asking direction? The first or the second one?
The second one.
The second one. How do I get to the zoo? Let's check together. Is it correct or no? 1, 2, 3. Wow, good job. Your
Yay.
answer is correct. And then you got a reward. You have a rope. Maybe it will be useful for you. Okay, we continue the third mission. We already know the definition. We already know the asking direction. And then the third mission, we will know about the giving direction. Okay, we continue the giving direction. Giving direction means helping others to find a place. Okay, look at this one. We want to watch the video. Later you will follow the expression. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Go straight.
Go straight.
Yeah, follow.
Turn left.
Turn left.
Turn right.
Right.
Turn right.
Along.
Along.
Cross the
Cross the
road.
road.
Cross the road.
Turn around.
Turn around.
Around.
Take the first right.
Take the
Take the
first
first
right.
right.
Opposite.
Opposite.
Right.
Next to.
Next
To
to.
Between.
Between.
At the corner.
At
the
the
corner.
corner.
Go past.
Go
Go
fast.
Okay, good job. Clap your hands, everyone. Okay, we
Yay.
continue. Look at this one. I have a question for you. Look at the picture. Which one show the correct direction at the corner? Is it picture number one or picture number two? The correct direction at the corner.
Picture number 2.
Picture number two. Okay, let's check together. Is it correct or no? Your answer. Okay, good job. You correct. You got a hatch. It might be useful to you. Okay, next. The fourth mission about the role play. Okay, the role play. Practice asking and giving direction. One of you will be a tourist and the other will be a local person. The tourist asks for the direction and the local person gives the direction. Okay, who wants to try?
Okay.
Okay, Miss Anna and Miss Ayu, you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, you can start now, Miss Anna and Miss Ayu.
Okay. Excuse me. Can you help me?
Of course, what do you need?
Where is the nearest supermarket?
Go straight, then turn left. The supermarket is next to the bank.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Clap your hands, everyone.
Yay.
Good job for Miss Anna and Miss Ayu. Okay, you can role play now, and you already know how to give the direction, how to ask the direction. Okay, we continue. Wow, you got the reward. You have a flashlight
Yeah.
now. Okay,
Yay.
next. We already know the definition, we already know the asking direction, giving direction, and we already role play.
Yes.
The last mission, feedback and closing. Okay, but before we feedback and closing, check the item in your backpack. Use the flashlight. This one the flashlight, and then you see the code. What number? Can you see the code in here? Can you
Yeah.
see the code? Okay.
Yeah.
What number of the
One,
code?
2,
2,
3, 4.
3, 4.
Okay. This one the code. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now enter the code. 1, 2,
And
3, 4.
3.
Okay. We can continue to the fifth mission. Feedback and closing. I wanna ask you, what did we learn today?
We learned how to ask and give directions.
Okay, very good, Miss Ayu. And then the second question, which activity did you like the most?
Okay, I think I like the map activity, Miss.
Okay, good job. And then do you feel more confident now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, congratulations, student. You have complete all the mission. Clap your hands. Okay, I think enough for today. We already learned about the direction and then we already play role today. Thank you. See you next week.
See you, Miss Esther.
Bye-bye.
Next Miss Ayu.
Okay, thank you.
Wait.
Sorry, Miss Anna. Okay, thank you, Miss. Good morning, students.
Good morning.
Morning, Miss.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm
I'm
fine.
fine, Miss.
I hope you are all healthy and enthusiastic. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Here I have a conversation text or dialogue between two people, A and B. However, the conversation is not complete yet. You must complete it. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's get started. Number one, who is willing to complete the conversation and read it aloud?
Me.
Please. Oh,
Can
okay.
you, yeah, can you play skateboard? Yes, I can.
All right. We will check together your answer and submit answers.
The second.
Sorry, Miss. The screen not yet.
Sorry, Ma'am
Miss
Ayu,
Ayu.
I can see your
Yeah,
screen.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
still on chat.
only your WhatsApp.
Maybe any trouble with the screen share.
Is it clear?
Not yet, Miss.
Not yet, Miss.
Not yet, Miss.
Try Miss Esther. Help me
Sorry, guys.
in the WhatsApp group.
Miss Esther, how can you help me, Miss Esther, for the screen share?
Wait, ya, Miss.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, Miss, I cannot. Which one ya?
Yang disematin, Miss. Pin in WA group.
Ya, ya, oke. Oke, ready, Miss Ayu?
Yes, yes.
Ya, ya.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Esther.
Ya, you're welcome.
Yes, number one, who is willing to complete the conversation and read it aloud?
Okay, me. Can you play skateboard? The answer is yes, I can.
Let's check together. Or yes, I can. Submit answer. Yes, good job. You are correct answer. Okay, next number two. Who is willing to complete the conversation and read it? Maybe next, Miss Esther, maybe.
Oh ya, oke Miss. I want to answer. I will to try. Point A, blank blank blank. Close the windows. B, here I will help you. Will you help me, Miss? Is it correct, Miss? Will
Yes, you
you
are
help
answering
me?
correct, Miss. Okay, let's check together. So, okay, thank you. Okay, next, number three. Who is willing to complete? Maybe Mr. Tohu, maybe can you answer? Can you to complete the conversation and read it?
I think the answer is I won't play games again.
I won't play
Play
games
games again.
again. Okay, let's check together. Yes, good job, Mr. Tuhu. Thank you, Mr. Tuhu. Okay, number four. Who want to try to complete the sentence and read it? Maybe Miss Emma.
The answer is I cannot.
I cannot. Yes, let's check together your answer. I cannot.
Yeah, already Miss. Next question.
Screen start di sini. Stop berhenti. Okay, we will to continue. Okay, I can.
No, I will not.
No, I will not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, I will not. That's too expensive. Okay, let's check together for answer from the Miss Emma. Okay. Okay, number six. Who is to try? to complete the sentence and read the sentence. Please, everyone. Number 6. A. Blah blah blah. B. No, I cannot play the violin.
The answer is, can you play the violin?
Can you play the violin? Okay, let's check together your answer. It is correct. Yes, correct. Miss Putri, thank you. Good job. Okay, number 7. Who is willing to
I try to answer, Miss.
Okay, please, Miss Fitri, what your answer?
Sure, I will sing at your party, but I will not play the guitar because I can't play the guitar.
I will sing and I can't play the guitar, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's check. Yes, all right. Good job, Miss Fitri. Okay, number 8. Who is willing to try to complete the conversation for number 8? A, can you buy that car? B, yeah, I can buy it, but A, why? B, because. Please, who is to complete?
For B,
Maybe
I won't buy it because I can't drive a car. I won't buy
you can.
it.
I won't buy it. Yeah, I can, but I won't buy it. Why? Because
Because I can't drive a car.
because I can't drive a car. Okay, let's check together. Okay, correct, Miss Putri. Okay, our score is 10. Okay, thank you for everyone. A round of applause for everyone. Thank you very much. That concludes our lesson for today and see you again. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to the speaker for the presentation of teaching practice. Now, we will continue to the Q&A season. Please, Miss Esther, share the questions.
Yeah, okay, Miss.
Okay, we have 5 questions related to the material. The first question from Astri Pramatasari. The question is, what is the main goal of CLT and how does it differ from traditional grammar-focused teaching method? The answer is, the main goal of CLT is to develop student ability to communicate effectively and meaningfully in real-life situations. Unlike traditional grammar-focused method, CLT does not only emphasize accuracy but also fluency and the ability to express ideas. It focuses on using language for communication rather than just memorizing rules. Okay, the second question from Patu Huyono, he asking, why is it important to use real-life situation in language teaching? And how can this approach help students use English more effectively in daily communication? Okay, the answer. Using a real-life situation in language teaching is important because it makes learning more meaningful and relevant to students' daily lives. This approach helps students understand how language is actually used, so they can apply their knowledge in real communication outside the classroom. For the third question and fourth will be answered by Miss Esther.
Okay, thank you, Miss Anna. I will answer Marianti question. How does CLT promote student-centered learning? And why is active participation important in developing communicative competence? I will try to answer. CLT promotes student-centered learning by encouraging learners to actively participate in activities such as discussion, role plays, and group work. Active participation is important because it allows students to practice using the language, interact with others, and develop their communicative competence through real communication. And question number 4 from Miss Artifato Ramania. The question is, what are the main role of teacher in CLT and how do these roles support students in improving their communication skill? I will answer. In CLT, the teacher acts as a facilitator, guide, and motivator rather than the center of the classroom. The teacher supports students by creating interactive activity, providing feedback, and encourage communication. This role helps students feel more confident and engaged in learning. Next, the question number 5 will answer by Miss Ayu.
Okay, I try to answer uh, the question for Mr. Arif. How does CLT contribute to improving students' fluency and confidence, and what activities can be used to support these developments? My answer is CLT helps improve students' fluency and confidence by giving them many opportunities to practice speaking in a supportive environment. Activities such as role play, group discussions, games, and presentations allow students to express their ideas freely, reduce anxiety, and build confidence in using English. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, that's all from our group. Thank you very much for your attention and participation. We really appreciate your time. We hope that this presentation can give you new knowledge and a better understanding about the topic. And this material can be useful in your learning and daily life. Thank you, and let's say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, presenters. Well done. Sudah dipresentasikan dengan bagus sekali. So our topic today it's about CLT. CLT emerged in 1970s, if I'm not mistaken. Jadi sekitar tahun 70-an. So this method appeared after grammar translation method and ALM emerged. So this is the new one back then. Ini yang terbaru pada saat itu. So the founder is not only the one person, but it comes from a lot of experts. There are Himes, and then Halliday, and then Widowson and others and so forth. Yeah. So the main idea, as the presenters have stated, language should be taught as means of communication. So it is not merely a set of grammatical forms, but it is a means. Jadi ini alat for communication. So in CLT, our students are expected to use English to express meanings, to negotiate ideas, to solve problems, to interact. So therefore, our classroom activities should reflect the meaningful communication in this method. Jadi bukan hanya kalau direct method itu kan mengikuti gurunya as teacher centered. Kalau ini bukan hanya mengikuti, tapi dia mempraktikkan dan ini student centered. So the grammatical is being taught implicitly, jadi secara implisit ya. And this is not only about grammatical competence, actually, Bapak Ibu, but also the ability to use the language appropriately. How to use the language appropriately, how to use the language strategically. Bagaimana bisa menggunakan bahasa ini dengan layak, dengan pantas. Even karena kalau bisa berbahasa Inggris dengan tata bahasa yang baik, bukan berarti you are able as well to speak the language appropriately. Bisa berbicara dengan grammar yang baik, belum tentu bisa menggunakannya secara tepat. Nah, itu yang diinginkan oleh CLT adalah our students not only can speak using the correct grammar, but also can use the language appropriately. Jadi ngomongnya harus tepat gitu. So it is not only about the rules, yeah, but also about how to convey the language appropriately. Itu yang diinginkan oleh oleh metode ini, ya. So it is differ from traditional grammar focus because in grammar translation method, for example, itu memang hanya fokus ke grammar. Kalau di CLT, misalnya tadi langsung dipraktikkan, would you like to join our English club meeting? Misalnya mau mengajarkan would you like to plus verb. Kalau di untuk misalnya direct method itu hanya would you like to join bla bla bla, would you like to. Tapi kalau in CLT, the student respond and then create the conversation gitu. Jadi bukan hanya satu pola itu saja, tapi berkembang gitu. So the student can answer appropriately, bisa menjawabnya dengan cocok gitu. Jadi bukan hanya sekedar would you like to verb berapa, would you like to join, would you like to bla bla bla, would you like to come. Kalau direct method kan gurunya ngomong terus ngikutin lalu nanti diganti setelah tuh kata kerja apa bermacam-macam. Nah, kalau ini bukan hanya itu. How to respond appropriately ini masuk dalam CLT. Jadi bagaimana pas jawabannya. Lalu nanti ditimpalin lagi gitu, disautin lagi. So it is very real life situation, authentic material, because according to this method, language is not used in isolation. Karena kita nggak bisa kalau hanya menghafalkan pola saja, if another people respond you differently, not the way it is planned in your brain, nanti bingung muridnya. Oh, karena waktu di kelas jawabnya begini, ternyata in the real life orang yang ditanya nggak gitu responnya. So how they can respond appropriately if the plan doesn't work? Kalau nggak sesuai itu jadi gimana gitu. Nah, itu yang dipelajari gitu ya. Jadi kita belajar, muridnya belajar how to understand the context, the intention of the speaker, the relationship between the speakers. Kalau yang bertanya gurunya, jawabnya gimana. Kalau yang bertanya temannya, how to respond appropriately. Ini yang dipelajari. So basically, this approach helps our student to use English effectively because they practice the language that may actually happens outside of the classroom. Gitu. Jadi lebih hidup gitu, nggak hanya sesuai plot gurunya gitu ya. Tadi percakapannya sudah bukan percakapan, yang diberikan tadi latihan-latihannya sudah bagus. Hanya mungkin kurang misalnya tadi membicarakan tentang apa Malin Kundang atau siapalah tadi. Nah, tapi mungkin fokusnya kalau mau menerangkan sekali, misalnya memasukkan how did tadi ada pertanyaan begitu, saya nggak ingat ya. Intinya itu menggunakan past tense tadi tuh. Pokoknya pertanyaannya tentang past tense. Nah, cuma itu kurang ditekankan. Jadi misalnya kalau mau ditekankan misalnya tentang past tense gitu. Bisa misalnya ditaruh kasih sheet dulu, kemudian baru nanti setelah itu ditanya, misalnya, why did Cinderella, misalnya, leave the palace? Cinderella left the palace because, gitu. Jadi lebih menonjol lagi. Tetap ngajarin grammar, tapi lebih ditekankan lagi. Kalau tadi kan hanya kayak loose question aja dan kurang 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 masuk tenses yang mau diajarkannya, gitu ya. Jadi nanti bisa ditunjukin Cinderella left the palace. Kalau muridnya salah jawab, you can correct that. Bukan Cinderella leave misalnya. Cinderella left the palace because misalnya gitu. Who helped Cinderella to go to the party? Kan tadi nonton tuh. Oh, the fairy godmother helped. Oh, the fairy godmother helped her. Gurunya yang membetulkan. Helped her. Gitu. Dan jangan lupa untuk ini pronunciation kita mesti bagus Bapak Ibu. Mesti dilatih. Tadi ada beberapa masih banyak kesalahan. Itu wajar because this is not our native language. Tapi seperti yang saya katakan setiap kali pertemuan, usahakan kalau kita tahu ini bukan our first language, jangan bosan-bosan melatih diri kita. Contoh misalnya answer. W-nya nggak dibaca di situ. You don't read the W. It is not answer. W-nya nggak ada. Answer. Lalu kemudian knowledge. K-nya nggak ada. It is not knowledge, is knowledge. And then practice. Bukan practice misalnya. Practice gitu. Karena memang bahasa Inggris itu ada jokes dulu adalah bahasa yang kurang setia karena I-nya itu bisa dibaca I, bisa dibaca I, and there is no rule that sometimes we can see milk, susu kita nggak baca milk, and then when we try to kita mau bilang I dibaca I, ternyata susu bacanya milk, ketika kita baca milk ternyata lembut bacanya mild, so padahal sama-sama huruf kedua I-nya kan MILD MILK tapi satu baca I satu baca I gitu. So memang Inggris ini unik gitu, memang setiap bahasa unik. Nah Inggris ini uniknya seperti itu. Therefore you have to practice again and again every day. Dan sekarang zaman sudah canggih, nggak kayak zaman dulu kita waktu awal-awal belajar bahasa Inggris, nggak ada AI, nggak ada yang bisa bantuin, masih buka kamus setebal-tebal apa gitu, bawa segede-gede apa. Saya dulu kuliah tuh setebal-tebal ini gitu. Jadi kalau sekarang kan bisa buka ini dan tolong cek pelafalan saya sudah benar atau belum. Kita rekam di HP, and then you go send to AI. Tolong cek pelafalan saya sudah benar belum. Bagaimana yang benarnya, bagaimana yang salahnya di mana. Fokus on that dan make sure that you pronounce it correctly. Gitu. Mungkin itu saja. Yang lainnya sudah bagus. Saya puas untuk pertunjukan yang diberikan hari ini. Oke, teman-teman. Lalu tadi saya sempat lihat proposal. Baca sedikit aja, tinggal 5 menit. Saya buru-buru ngomongnya agak cepat supaya nggak ngambil jatah dosen lain. Yang tadi saya baru sempat periksa adalah proposal yang pertama. Basically sudah bagus, cuma nanti untuk yang lainnya juga ditambahin itu yang bagian evaluasi teman-teman. Bagian terakhir di sampel itu sudah ada. Di sampel yang saya berikan halaman terakhir itu ada evaluasi. Teman-teman bisa kopas dari situ aja lalu dimodif lah gitu. Jadi yang penting jadi gitu. Dan yang penting prodi ngelihat ini proposal udah ada. Dibaca per kalimat juga enggak. Jadi makanya saya fast review aja gitu. Yang penting menurut saya sudah layak, oke lah gitu. Enggak yang aneh gitu, oke lah gitu ya. Jadi itu aja. Kalau bisa ini sudah 2 kelompok, nanti saya cek. Kalau bisa kelompok ketiga Senin lah paling enggak dikirim ke saya ya. Jadi udah selesai. Nah nanti setelah itu UTS dan setelah UTS kita untuk mata kuliah ini tidak ada kuliah karena sudah di-convert dengan tadi itu yang nanti akan tampil gitu. Bapak Ibu jangan lupa berikan jadwal kapan mau tampil di sekolahnya. Gitu ya. Itu aja mungkin dari saya.
Miss,
Ada
can I
pertanyaan?
ask something?
Please, yes, sir.
Stop.
Yes.
Miss, can I
Yes. Yes, sure, go ahead. Hello.
Yes, Miss, can I ask? Yeah,
Yes,
Miss,
sure, please.
about the proposal that you sent to the group. Sorry.
Okay.
About the proposal that you sent it in the group, I have to do that. When is it do that for the proposal must be sent to the group?
Kan udah dikasih tahu, jadi keluar deh Betawi saya. I have told you before. Jadi
Sorry.
seminggu baca di WAG di atas itu saya bilang seminggu sebelum UTS adalah deadline-nya. Cuma kan takutnya nanti ada review apa kan kalau sekarang udah dikumpulin kan lebih enak gitu, lebih tenang juga Bapak Ibunya. Jadi kan mungkin nanti UTS akan ada tugas lain dari mata kuliah lain atau disuruh ngapain, at least kalau sudah dikirimkan sekarang, sudah saya perbaiki, kan saya anggap udah gitu. Tinggal nanti fokus pada setelah UTS ininya aja, praktiknya aja. Tapi deadline-nya adalah maksimal seminggu sebelum UTS. Jadi pertemuan ke-7 gitu. Tapi
Oke.
kalau bisa sekarang, that would be great. Kalau bisa.
Oke, Miss. Thank you. Sorry ya,
You're
Miss, I miss.
Izin Bu,
Ya,
Dr.
silakan.
Feni. Kalau untuk pembimbing dan dosen dikosongkan aja atau bagaimana? Terima kasih.
Ditulis. Jadi kelas ini, oh belum dapat inunya ya. Jadi saya lupa,
Belum,
nanti saya tulis
belum
ininya.
dapat.
Saya belum dapat
3 kelas ini
pembimbing.
dapatnya kebetulan karena saya yang pegang, jadi sama pembimbingnya 3-3-nya, 3 kelompok ini. Saya dan Dr. Hana. Gitu.
Dokter
Jadi,
Hana.
Kalau
nanti saya
pembimbing
kirim.
1, pembimbing 2, apakah sama atau bagaimana itu?
Sama semua. Nanti saya kirim ya.
Oh, baik.
Satu.
Terima kasih. Dok.
Oke.
Iya, ada lagi?
Itu berlaku pembimbing sampai tesis ya, Mem?
Enggak, proposal ini aja.
Saya pikir sampai tesis. Kalau ada tesis
Jangan
ya udah
gitu dong.
lebol
Ini
banget.
banyak loh satu kelompok. Kalau beraku ini saya pusing lah. Bimbing tesis kan udah mencar judulnya. Mau disamain Bu yang
Soalnya,
enggak. Beda-beda.
ayo, saya sih berharap Miss Feni bisa jadi dosen pembimbing.
Amin. Oke, sudah selesai berarti ya teman-teman untuk hari ini.
Ya,
Soalnya
oke,
saya
Miss.
mesti jumping ke
Iya.
another class. I'll see you next week Bapak Ibu. Sehat selalu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk semuanya. Take care.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum
Thank you,
warahmatullahi
ma'am.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Terima kasih.
Ya Allah.